Everything you see about him is an illusion, but what he loves the most is controlling youth.
These are not just like stories, they're sit-down interviews with childhood best friend, personal bodyguard for like 10 years, former employees, former artists that he worked with. It's everybody that was intimately involved with this guy, and everything that they said, I mean, he's a monster.
Reached out to him, and I told him that this right here was important. Bad Boy celebrating 20 years of hits. And this is extended family. You've been there with me through my ups and downs. Whenever I get in trouble, this is the one I call. It's my strategist right here. This is my brother.
If I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
Just a few hours ago, police here at Midtown South arrested Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z.
You understand what is frantic? For the previous 20 years, Jay-Z has been marketed to us as the ultimate version of the rap industry. The individual who progressed from Marcy housing to possessing portions of broadcasting systems, sparkling wine labels, NBA franchises, and the music to 50% of our existences. When individuals state he manages the adolescence, they are actually declaring he manages what triumphs, what sounds trendy, what appears wealthy, and what achievement is meant to perceive like in our minds. But currently following this Netflix documentary, you have So Now You Possess 50 Cent, who has been in those identical environments, performed those identical trophy ceremonies, and earned his own millions, stating on video, "If I do not testify, they are going to view all of us the manner they view Diddy." That informs you something significant. But documentary is not merely regarding Sean Combs. It is regarding an entire category of males at the peak of hip-hop attempting to determine who is going to be recalled as a corporate leader and who is going to be recalled as a creature. And when you recall, Jay already possesses a genuine stabbing matter in his history. Lance UN Rivera in that Manhattan venue. A criminal admission. 3 years supervision. It strikes differently observing him remain entirely silent while his sibling gets ripped asunder on Netflix, because from the exterior it ceases appearing like a tidy billionaire viewing a controversy from a gap and commences appearing like a man who comprehends precisely how rapidly a story can reverse once the statute resolves to return and review the recording of your existence.
For years, that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle, you weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations, I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else, but I did feel uncomfortable with the way he would present the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it, just that long.
So you didn't realize
as much stuff was coming. Like, when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them. And it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like, when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little hard.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going with, like, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. You know, so I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy.
You observe how 50's pitch shifts whenever those gatherings arise. He jests digitally, certainly, but when he settles down and truly converses, he is nearly analytical about it. He claims he remained distant from Diddy's designated freak-offs because his street intuition informed him the vibe in those chambers was not merely affluent individuals having enjoyment. It was something different. And currently that the Netflix documentary is detailing what those evenings purportedly resembled days-long endurance events, potent medications, females being pressured and recorded, you commence to comprehend why he sounds like a person who is pleased his inquisitiveness never defeated his impulses.
And it was surprising that he actually filmed it.
It was very interesting to watch a man who's known for his brand presence. You know, he has a really amazing knack for marketing and all of that, and how he was sort of taking that into account in how he was coming off to the public.
The exclusive video also shows Combs in Harlem greeting fans.
I'll accept it. I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath. Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh. It's like 150 hugs.
You're a public person as well, and there was one instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
Went away.
Got in
the car and said, I feel like I need to wash, like I'm dirt. That was, it showed you his character.
was that the reason for including it?
Yeah, I mean, and what's the odds that you would do that in front of a camera? Like that's.
50 depicts Diddy as an individual who maintained a flawless disguise for the general population. Beaming, appreciative, African-American brilliance on trophy platforms, but transitioned like a deity behind locked entries, persuaded he was superior to everyone in the chamber. That matches nearly measure for measure with what the documentary and national records state. A person who purportedly utilized his wealth, medications, and the pledge of professional assistance to dominate individuals, then retained captures of those freak-offs as influence in event anyone contemplated speaking. Currently, here is where Jay-Z shifts back into the structure. Papers analyzing their companionship demonstrate Jay and Diddy in each other's path for nearly 30 years. Collective contributions, co-leading Screamfest, Diddy labeling him his planner and sibling on platform late breakfasts where they literally chuckle about being a clandestine organization of independent billionaires. 50 is essentially stating, I witnessed sufficient from the exterior to remain distant, and I have been alerting everyone for 10 years. Jay was not exterior. He was exactly there in the snapshots. The VIP areas, the personal aircraft. Thus, when he becomes completely mute while the documentary performs and the federals commence transporting storage drives out of Diddy's residences, it does not merely appear like prudence. It causes individuals to speculate what a person that intelligent is abruptly terrified might be on recording.
See the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing different. He lined up D-Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Jaguar does not converse regarding Jay like he is some blameless onlooker caught off guard by the Netflix documentary. She discusses him like a chess competitor. In her phrases, Jay's quietness currently is not disbelief, it is tactics. She claims his attorneys have him on a rigorous speak-nothing screenplay while he observes Diddy's kingdom crumble, positioning himself to gain from whatever authority and belongings get dislodged next. The identical manner individuals assert he relocated himself when Dame Dash, DMX, and others encountered judicial or sector difficulty. That image aligns with how we have already witnessed him transition. When Rockefeller divided, he did not descend in the conflict. He bypassed it and finished managing Def Jam and subsequently Roc Nation.
I want you to think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free. who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it. Think of the power of that moment. Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend? Claudia.
So Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress,
yeah,
who died of an imaginary aneurysm, just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list.
Then she pushes it further into the region individuals debate regarding. She asserts Jay and Diddy function like associates who depart no proof that everyone in the internal ring understands there were females who became troublesome. Whispers of pregnancies and the influential males purportedly assisted in making those issues vanish. None of that has been demonstrated in tribunal, and some associated private lawsuits identifying Jay and Diddy together have already been dismissed. But that is precisely why it circulated so rapidly digitally. It perceives like a grimy clarification for why two of the most potent males in hip-hop have remained so adjacent for so long. Even as allegations accumulated around them, you do not have to vow her accounts are absolute truth. The factor is, you have merely viewed hours of deposition regarding Diddy purportedly forcing, recording, and hushing individuals. Then they listen to Jag stating Jay is not startled by any of this. He is merely ensuring he exits the explosion zone at the correct moment. That is the strain. Is Jay-Z the tidy billionaire observing a previous companion collapse? Or the sort of man who understands enough to maintain his mouth closed while he silently ensures none of the chaos splatters back on him? When individuals state Jay-Z pilfered a life, they are not merely being lyrical. DeHaven has spent years declaring he was the individual who unlocked entrances for Jay, presenting him to Grave Street associations, funding initial maneuvers, and placing his own liberty on the line while Jay honed his quill. By the moment the music escalated, DeHaven was out of the frame, and the formal narrative became, I achieved this personally. With very minimal citation of the individual who claims he accepted the counts and the wounds so Jay did not have to. That matches a sequence you might have observed. The tidier the label became, the more the chaotic co-creators of that ascent got shoved to the fringes.
Night that he stabbed someone named Lance Rivera. And it seems like Jay-Z tried to ruin this guy's career. He was a business partner of the notorious B.I.G. and was stabbed in the stomach and shoulder back in December 1999. The stabbing is alleged to have occurred after Jay-Z confronted Lance over reports that he had leaked his third studio album. And you guys know leaking music is a big deal. These artists spend months making these albums, and then once they're leaked, they lose a lot of the profit. Jay-Z was charged for the attack and turned himself into the police the following day, after initially pleading not guilty and denying any wrongdoing. In October 2001, he pleaded guilty to third-degree assault and was sentenced to 3 years probation. Here's a scan of Jay-Z's mugshot profile, and as you can see, that is Jay-Z in the mugshot, and he doesn't look happy.
For Rosanna, just a few hours ago, police here at Midtown South arrested Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z. The rap star voluntarily turned himself in here at the precinct earlier this evening. Now, Carter is being held here in connection with that stabbing fight that erupted at the Kit Kat Club last night.
So this all went down at the Kit Kat Club, which is no longer around, but it was the hot spot in New York, and it became a crime scene.
Once inside, he had a confrontation with record producer Lance Rivera. Cops say the argument heated up during a party celebrating a new release by rapper Q-Tip. Jay-Z and his crew surrounded the 33-year-old Rivera and his 29-year-old brother Corey. Witnesses say that Jay-Z allegedly plunged a knife into Rivera's stomach and smashed a bottle over his brother's head before running out of the club.
So everybody at the scene clearly knew that Jay-Z was involved, and he was even quoted in court saying, "I stabbed Lance Rivera." Jay-Z did end up turning himself in. He had a bail of $50,000, which he was able to pay, so he got out a few hours later. A press conference with his lawyers labeled Jay-Z as an innocent man. Quote, "To think that this guy, who is as gentle as can be, has anything to do with this is crazy," end quote. And I don't know what's going on with Lance, but he actually came out and stated that Jay-Z in fact did not stab him. Lance recalls that night and claims that he was surrounded by 10 knives, a bunch of guys with all these knives in the club. The reporter asked him, "Was Jay-Z the one who stabbed you?" He laughs before responding, "No, Jay-Z was not the guy that actually stabbed me that night." The executive clarifies that they did have a conversation right before getting hit in the head with a champagne bottle, so it probably was one of Jay-Z's people.
And you observe the identical intuition in how Jay managed his own controversies. After the Lance UN Rivera puncturing, he did not contest it in tribunal indefinitely. He accepted a bargain, served 3 years supervision, then reversed the story on recording with songs like Guilty until proven innocent, transforming a aggressive matter into a teaching regarding media bias and toughness. That is someone who perceives precisely how hazardous the formal documentation can be and how potent it is when you manage to reauthor the narrative initially. Consequently, now envision that sort of individual observing a Netflix production escort the audience back through Diddy's Chronicle segment by segment and then listening to murmurs that detectives might commence cross-referencing every sibling, corporate ally, and celebration visitor on those recordings.
One thing we're not gonna do is sit here and act like Jay-Z and Diddy haven't been friends for years now. Ever since Jay-Z got wrapped into this lawsuit against Diddy, he's been trying to distance himself, and his lawyer Alex went as far as to say that Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs, saying they knew each other professionally for a number of years. Just like in all professions, people know each other. At the music awards, they support each other. If you go to an NBA All-Star game, they support each other. So he's listing out these events that Jay-Z and Diddy have been spotted at together. Now, of course, there was a ton of reaction on social media because we've all known for years now, ever since they came into the game, Jay-Z and Diddy have been close. So if Jay-Z wants to sit here and send his lawyer off to the media to tell us that they aren't friends, I'm gonna sit here and combat this and talk to you guys about how good of friends they really are. Now, we all know it seems like the music industry is going through its own Me Too era, with Diddy as the face of it. Now, this lawsuit, originally filed in October 2024, was amended on December 8th to include Jay-Z's name. The accusations center around an alleged incident at an after-party following an awards show more than 2 decades ago. We all know that this involves a 13-year-old girl, and the details are disturbing, but Jay-Z claims he has nothing to do with it.
All due respect to Jay-Z, there's an awful lot of pictures of you running around in your undies at parties with Diddy. And so you were at some of these parties. You know, when you see that, it's hard to walk away from that visual.
Now, to really break down their relationship, their friendship, we have to go all the way back into the 90s. Jay-Z and Diddy first met in the 90s because they were both rising stars in the New York music scene. Both were born into single mother households in rough neighborhoods. They used their shared experiences to forge a bond that extended beyond music, way beyond music. Their first major collaboration actually came in the wake of a tragedy, the death of Notorious B.I.G. The two joined forces on Jay-Z's album In My Lifetime. 2 years later, they teamed up again for Diddy's single, Do You Like It? Do You Want It? No, sir. I'm gonna give you no consent right now. No. In 2001, Jay-Z said, "We were young, hungry, and dealing with a lot of pain. That kind of energy brought us together." Which right off the bat, that is a concerning friendship. Like, major red flags go up because you both are clearly like traumatized from something in your past and you're kind of egging each other on. Now, Diddy early on created his record label Bad Boy Records, and then a few years later, Jay-Z followed suit with Rockefeller. In 2012, Diddy was quoted saying, Jay has always been ahead of the curve. I respect his hustle from day one. Now, in the early 90s, Diddy was trouble, just as much trouble as he has been in the 2000s.
The distressing portion for Jay is not a solitary rumor. It is the chronology. Significant publications have already detailed how intimately he and Diddy transitioned from the mid-90s forward. New York venues, recording periods, feature lines, when Bad Boy and Rockefeller were both molding East Coast rap. While Biggie was becoming the image of Bad Boy and Jay was debuting Reasonable Doubt, their rings intersected perpetually. Chris Lighty, Russell Simmons, Clive Davis gatherings lengthy before either individual was discussing billion-dollar appraisals. That premature connection signifies currently because Sean Combs' The Retribution does not merely display haphazard extravagance. It charts out a biological system of authority where specific individuals were perpetually adjacent enough to observe how the chamber truly functioned.
Jay-Z's personal and professional life intersected with Diddy's influence. Jay-Z started dating Beyonce in 2001 when she was 19 and he was 33. Their romance often unfolded at high-profile events, which were typically hosted by Diddy. That same year, Jay-Z and Beyonce made their relationship public by appearing in Vanity Fair's November issue. Their first musical collaboration, Bonnie and Clyde, released in 2002 and became a cultural moment. In 2003, Beyonce branched out from Destiny's Child and collaborated with Diddy on the track Summertime. The collaboration heightened the close connection between the two artists, saying, quote, "Beyonce and I have always vibed creatively," Diddy responded in an interview back in 2004. Years later, Beyonce continued to show support for Diddy, attending his lavish 50th birthday bash in 2019. She also made a heartfelt social media post in honor of Diddy. So when these two try to disconnect themselves from this man, I question, like, what's really going on here? Especially because we talked about like 5 men who came forward and they had separate suits, and a lot of them were between the years 2019 through 2022. So it's not like all of his bad acts were early in the 90s or the 2000s.
I'm having a great night.
Now in 2005, we saw these two men partner together for Hurricane Katrina. Also comment below if you were in Hurricane Katrina, like comment below and share a little story. The two donated $1 million to the relief fund, a gesture that showed how close these two were, that they were discussing this like tragedy and then working together on how to donate and then to probably get a tax write-off from it. I mean, let's be real, people. Speaking to the AFP at the time, Diddy emphasized on the importance of unity, saying, "When you hear black people say brothers and sisters, it's really true. These are all the people I know and I'm related to somehow, some way. The human race is family." And at this time, people were loving Jay-Z and Diddy because they were doing so many good things, at least on the surface level. I mean, really, Alex Spiro, Jay-Z's lawyer, you're gonna act like these two aren't close friends? Look at them over here hanging out, donating a bunch of money. Now, just 2 years later, in August 2009, Jay-Z and Diddy performed together at Screamfest Music Festival. Sounds scary. Kind of reminds me of like Astro World, where a bunch of people died. Now, at this event, a resurfaced video shows Diddy playfully but aggressively spanking Jay-Z twice on stage, prompting backlash from fans and rivals alike. We've heard that Diddy has handfuls of male victims. So I don't know, I don't want to like assume his sexuality. I mean, at this point, who cares? But he's clearly bi or something. In 2009, a photo of Diddy and Jay-Z in a deep conversation at Diddy's birthday party became a centerpiece at the Rock and Roll of Hip Hop exhibition. I wonder what they were talking about.
As both labels expanded, the companionship transformed into a meticulously managed communal partnership. In 2005, following Hurricane Katrina, Jay and Diddy stood side by side to declare a collective $1 million contribution to the Red Cross, a maneuver traditional media portrayed as hip-hop's influential figures, advancing as diplomats. In 2007, they co-led the Screamfest circuit, exchanging performances and jests on platform, while behind-the-scenes film of Diddy hitting Jay on the rear was dismissed as innocent sibling spirit. A video 50 Cent would subsequently share again when Combs' litigations erupted to emphasize the observation that these males were extremely relaxed together. Advance forward. While certain of the purported victimization and abuse depicted in the documentary sequence were reportedly happening behind shut entries, Freakoffs every March 9th to commemorate Biggie's passing, with service employees transported in medication stocks and interactions purportedly recorded for Diddy's personal collection. Jay and Beyoncé were yet content to be captured celebrating with him at trophy post parties, Rock Nation occasions, and the currently celebrated African-American billionaire assemblies. That does not lawfully involve Jay, yet it graphically stabilizes him in the identical internal ring that previous employees and a gigolo in the series currently portray as the motor of Diddy's most unsettling conduct.
Reached out to him, and I told him that this right here was important. Bad Boy celebrating 20 years of hits. And this is extended family. You've been there with me through my ups and downs. Whenever I get in trouble, this is the one I call. It's my strategist right here. This is my brother.
The documentary sequence clarifies how Diddy utilized particular individuals as his advisors and mediators. Kirk Burroughs for commerce, specific attorneys for non-disclosure agreements, and a miniature cluster of celebrity equals for brand tactics. That is why this instance struck so forcefully. Diddy openly labeling Jay his sibling and planner, stating that when he encounters difficulty, Jay is whom he contacts against the scenery of claims that Combs placed a reward on Tupac via Keefe D.
Diddy's houses have been raided and he's been locked up. Jay-Z's been tight-lipped, so has Beyonce. Despite their long-standing friendship, Jay-Z has remained notably silent on the matter. His absence from the public discourse drew criticism, including from 50 Cent, who mocked the rapper on Instagram by posting a milk carton of Jay-Z with the word "missing" caption on it. Anyone asking, where's Jay-Z now? Especially now that your friend Diddy is all locked up, why don't you go and defend him? As allegations against Diddy just keep escalating, Jay-Z is now tied into these, and he's trying everything in his power to disconnect. Allegedly, like Venmoing people to pay them off, allegedly intimidating. I don't even want to say anymore because I'm kind of scared of this man, but he is going to run an entire campaign to try to disconnect himself from Diddy and this mess.
Previous operatives questioned on television clarified that in matters like this, they do not merely storm one residence. They construct were purportedly distorted in Bad Boy's benefit, and that Diddy meticulously chronicled his most frantic evenings. When you assemble all of that together, the Netflix documentary escorting spectators through Diddy's reported freak-offs and authority maneuvers, the national incursions on his estates, the 20-plus seasons of Jay and Diddy transitioning like a two-person syndicate of heritage, and Diddy personally labeling Jay his planner when he is in difficulty. It ceases perceiving like haphazard star rumors and commences appearing like